Hi there, James Riley, Colony Bay Productions. We're giving you a little bit of an update on episode 2. We are putting that all together right now. We've been very ambitious with this episode. We've got some special effects, some crowd compositing and matte artistry, and so we're a little bit delayed with our deadline. October 1st, we're going to be releasing it on or before October 31st. We're sorry for that, but we think you'll really enjoy this episode, The Sons of Liberty, coming up. We have a show between shows we're going to be taping on Saturday. Nathan Kershaw, the star of our first episode, who played Sergeant Bob Weedle, will be here, and we'll be taping an interview with him. He's a great English actor, fine gentleman. I'm sure you'll like hearing from him. We're going to have a little bit of sketch comedy, and we're going to be showing you Riley's Farm, which is where 99.5% of the episodes have been filmed. You know, it's a little bit of a scandal. Courage, New Hampshire is being shot here in California, but we kept the camera pretty much on our 18th century buildings and on our cornfields and raspberry patches, and so it ended up looking pretty much like New Hampshire. We fooled the whole country. I also want to talk a little bit about the news. You know, I'm a student of riots, and I'm an amateur student, it's not my specialty, but I'm a student of riots and demonstrations, and been watching this news about these folks who've been occupying Wall Street, the Brooklyn Bridge, and hundreds of them there, and you know, a couple dozen in Chicago, and I think there was 7 or 8 people in Los Angeles. I found this statement of purpose by one of the organizers. Take a listen to this.
Yeah. Part of the issue is that a lot of the people that are here are in fact anarchists, are in fact revolutionaries, and putting a revolutionary change into political terms is very difficult to do, because we're trying to get away from all the problems, and we don't really want to fix them. It's revolution, not reform.
Harrison Schultz of the Occupy Wall Street movement.
Did you get that? So one thing about being without cable television for all these years is I think it actually ups your standards a little bit. I mean, I was looking at these protesters, and they had the Che shirts on, and it's like, these kids, need to crack a book. I mean, Che was a bloody murderer. I mean, one of the reasons I really wanted to tell stories like Courage, New Hampshire is that when we had grievances prior to the revolution, we petitioned the king, we engaged in non-importation agreements, and when it was time for the final break, I mean, we wrote out our list of grievances in the Declaration of Independence, and we declared that human beings had their rights endowed to them by their Creator, and that any tyrant who trampled upon them would face the wrath of the just wrath of the people. And these protests today, it's like they can't even bring themselves to define the cause. Those lessons are so obvious in history, and it's almost painful to have to recount them. I mean, the Cuban people were an economic powerhouse before Castro came in. He set himself up in a socialist palace, denied freedom of religion, and starved his people. I mean, and these idiots on the street are wearing Che t-shirts. I profoundly believe we need entertainment that educates and entertains and challenges us. And that's what Colony Bay is about. I hope you'll help spread the word.